Hasty Decisions. Hello everybody, it's Tom here. Hope you're all well. I think it's very important we shine a light on things done in anger, things done in desperation, things done when there is no clear thought about the pros and the cons. As a lot of you may know, I'm going through a bit of a rough time at the moment, and a certain willingness for change is quite strong. Willingness for change in that a big change is required, perhaps. Change of direction, change of what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. But one thing is for certain. Desperate and dire as circumstances can be sometimes, you have to step back sometimes from the situation and take away the feelings of anger, the feelings of desperation, the feelings of making a rash or a hasty decision. I think timing sometimes is prevalent and very important in a lot of things, particularly when it comes to making big decisions that affect your life. Sometimes you don't have time to make an informed decision. You do have to literally snap and do what you think's right at the time with the information you've got. But then there are other times when you know things are bad. You know that there's an emotional bias there, that there's something simmering in the background. You may be angry, you may be sad, you may be confused about what to do, how to do it, when to do it. You need to be able to, literally, with an element of clarity and thought, step back and make the right decision for you, all things considered. And that's not an easy thing to do, particularly when there is an emotional bias involved, element of desperation, anger, fear perhaps. No good decision will ever be made without a clear mind. And it's very difficult to get that clarity when situation is creating all of these emotional triggers. You've got to somehow, to coin a phrase, tap out. And I'm not talking about wrestling here, but you know where I'm going with this. You need to take yourself out of the situation, perhaps. Remove the emotional bias. Remove whatever is affecting your thoughts and feelings. Not an easy thing to do, particularly in desperate situations. Assess it all like you would normally, in a calm and rational manner, then make the decision. It isn't something I can honestly say that I've mastered. It's something that I'm working on myself. It's something that I'm trying to get to a stage where no matter how bad things get, no matter how awkward and difficult things may be, I can literally just go, right, step back, calm myself to a state where the emotion is pretty much dumbed down or not there, and think rationally and long about what it is to do. Because it's very easy when things aren't going well to make a decision in the heat of the moment, in a difficult mindset, perhaps emotionally charged, to jump out of the frying pan and into the fire. You may think at the time you've made the right decision for yourself, that this is what I needed, this is what I wanted, then in hindsight, actually what you've done is you've exasperated things further because you've hastily made a decision to do what you thought was right without giving it enough thought, without not being pulled by your emotions, by being triggered by something to make you feel that you have to act that way and that this is the right thing to do. I'm here to tell you that you need clarity, and only clarity comes when you're in a peaceful state, and it's not an easy thing to do, particularly, as I said, when emotions are high. They say when emotions are high, intelligence is low, and it's very much true. We've all heard the phrase madly in love. Love is a form of madness. When you're in love with somebody and things are so emotionally charged, that's why we get crimes of passion. That's why we get fallings out with those that we love, especially boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, your long-term fiance, whatever. That person who is in your life, has been in your life for a long time, will be the first to trigger you because you love them, you care about them, and the more you care, the harder it's going to be an argument, of course. But as I said, in times of high emotion, that thought process isn't there. That condor moment, that moment of clarity, will elude you because you're being pushed by your emotions rather than clear and consistent thinking. I thank you all very much for listening. It's my third and final video of the week. I want to say thank you all ever so much, as always. I really appreciate your time and energy spending on my channel. Thank you kindly. Third of three, as I said. Please put down in the comment section below, what's your thoughts on this? Are you somebody that, I think we've all done it, we've all done something sometimes, made a decision which was perhaps a bit rash and ultimately was not good in the long run. I think it's very easy to allow desperation and a bad situation to force a snap decision that we don't really think's right. If you would, please hit that subscribe button down below. Leave me a thumbs up and a like, that'd be great. And let's see that bell sign go ding dong so you know when next content's out. I will be back next week with another 3. But until then, please all of you, take care of yourselves. And bye for now.